Right now at 6, politicians and citizens are in a state of confusion this morning as there are still no results from the Iowa caucuses.
Plus, we have the latest on the coronavirus outbreak and how it's affecting UW's study abroad and international students.
And we're learning more about dark secrets in the Amish community and what's being done about them.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, February 4th. I'm Josh Breider.
And I'm Leah Linscheid. We start this morning with breaking news overnight. There is currently no clear winner in Iowa's caucuses.
The Democratic Party of Iowa says results are delayed this morning due to, quote, quality checks and inconsistencies in some reporting. The party says the issues are not the result of a hack or intrusion. Officials do expect to release the results at some point today.
Now, officials think the delay is, at least in part, because of the state's party's new system that uses an app to record results. It counts the popular vote from the first round of voting and then an updated tally once caucus goers give their final verdicts. However, some record keepers noticed issues with how the data was being recorded on the app, and in some cases, its failure to update.
It would not let me change his number at all, like to 0. Like if all his people dispersed to other groups, I'd end up with more people than there were actual people there. Well, that doesn't work.
The state's Democratic Party says they're now using pictures of results along with a paper trail to validate the numbers.
Right now, candidates are just as confused as the public by the lack of results this morning. Former Vice President Joe Biden's campaign released this letter asking the Iowa Democratic Party for a full explanation of what went wrong and what measures they have in place to maintain the integrity of the caucus.
Pete Buttigieg, however, is declaring a victory even without official results. When he addressed his supporters in Des Moines last night, he said they have proved the skeptics wrong.
Because by all indications, we are going on to New Hampshire victorious.
Now, Buttigieg will be live on CBS this morning just after 7 a.m. to explain his speech last night and react to the latest developments out of Iowa.
President Trump is tweeting in just the last few minutes that the Democrat caucus is a, quote, an unmitigated disaster, and he's the only one that can claim victory in Iowa. The president's campaign manager slammed the Democrats for the delayed results overnight, saying in a statement that they're stewing in a caucus mess of their own creation with the sloppiest train wreck in history. President Trump won the Republican caucuses, a largely symbolic vote since he wasn't facing any significant opposition. We do know the winner in at least one Des Moines district. Bernie Sanders took that district thanks to a coin toss. The Des Moines Register explains that these coin tosses happen when a caucus gets to the point where it's ready to award delegates, but 2 or more delegates have the same number of supporters. The winner of the coin toss then determines how the delegates in each location will be divided up. Back in 2016, Hillary Clinton and Sanders almost tied it overall in Iowa with 13 caucuses decided by a coin toss that year.
Now, Iowa residents in Wisconsin are also participating in the caucus thanks to a satellite caucus in Milwaukee. Just 7 people took part, but a room full of folks showed up to watch. Within a minute, 3 people voted for Elizabeth Warren, 2 for Bernie Sanders, and 2 more for Amy Klobuchar. Those votes will be added to the entire tally in Iowa.
Looking ahead after Iowa, the first big presidential primary of the 2020 election season will be in New Hampshire 1 week from today. After that, dozens of states and U.S. territories will hold primaries and caucuses before we do in Wisconsin. Ours will happen on April 7th.
Ahead of that, the state DOT is reminding those of you who don't have access to a Wisconsin ID to start the process as soon as possible. They say a driver's license is the most common form of ID for voting purposes, but that's not your only option. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has a list of all valid forms that can be used. You can find it up on Channel3000.com.
Right now, President Trump is preparing to deliver his 4th State of the Union address tonight. Now, this all comes in the middle of the uncertainty in Iowa and the impending impeachment vote. The one thing that stayed steady throughout his term is public opinion. The Associated Press reports President Trump's overall approval rating is consistently below 50%. Polls are also showing significant dissatisfaction with the direction of the country, and even more so with the state of politics. Despite those numbers, though, Americans have largely positive views of both the economy and how the president is handling it. CBS News will have live coverage of the president's speech starting at 8 o'clock tonight.
The president's impeachment trial, meanwhile, is nearing its end today. All 100 senators will get 10 minutes to explain their decision on whether to convict President Trump on the 2 counts against him. 67 senators would be needed to convict the president and remove him from office. A final vote on acquittal is set for tomorrow.
All right, 6:05 right now. Meteorologist Hattie McLean joins us now with a look at your weather and traffic on this Tuesday. Good morning, Hattie.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. Here's your car wash forecast. If it's looking a little dirty right now, you have an opportunity today, but after today, I think I'd hold off for a little bit. We do have some snow in the forecast for the middle of the week. No snow right now, no freezing drizzle right now, which is great news. A pretty quiet start to the day. 26 here in Madison, 24 in the Dells, 26 as well in Platteville. Over the next 12 hours, don't look for that temperature to move too much. 29 is the expected high this afternoon. That north wind, though, is going to make it feel a little cooler. Here's a look at your traffic reports. So far, so good here in Madison. No major delays showing up right now in the Madison area. There is a lane closure on the interstate. This is north of the Dane County line, right at Highway 60 on the southbound side of I-39. An overnight semi-fire has still one lane blocked there. Coming up in weather, we will talk more about wind chills. It'll feel like it's in the teens this morning. I'll tell you how long it's going to stay chilly.
All right, thank you very much, Hattie. To our other top story this morning, new travel rules are in place to try and stop the spread of coronavirus.
That could impact your students' study abroad options on campus. Keely Arthur is live at UW-Madison this morning with the very latest from there. Keely, good morning to you.
Good morning, Leah and Josh. We are live in front of the Red Gym, which houses the UW Study Abroad offices and the offices for international students. Now, as we've reported, China has accused the U.S. of spreading fear about the coronavirus. But with 11 confirmed cases here in the U.S. and more than 400 deaths across the world, precautions are being taken here at the UW and all throughout the country. As we've reported, Delta, United, American Airlines have all given temporary travel flight bans to China. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport is screening passengers on flights from China for coronavirus. Passengers arriving on a flight from Shanghai this past Sunday said some travelers were stopped at the gate. UW officials say there is not an increased risk of coronavirus at UW-Madison. However, they do acknowledge the fact that UW students could have some issues because of the travel ban, specifically those who were in China when the virus began to spread. They are advising those students right now, saying, quote, U.S. international students whose re-entry is restricted should contact International Student Services immediately to discuss their immigration status. Now, as far as study abroad students, there are 11 different programs based in China. According to officials here, though, no American students or any Badger students, for that matter, are in China. And important to note that all of those programs are either in Beijing or Shanghai, none in Wuhan, where coronavirus is really ground zero right now. Leah and Josh.
Keely Arthur reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Keely.
Time right now is 6:08. New efforts are underway in China right now to prevent the further spread of the coronavirus.
Take a look at this video. It's from Hefei in southern China. Drones are actually going around there, taking a peek at what's going on in China. They're being used to spray disinfectant across public areas. The hope is that it will slow the spread of the virus that's already infected more than 20,000 people across China. Police agencies are also using the drones, equipped with speakers to help spread information about epidemic prevention and control policies.
All right, 6:09 is your time right now. We are learning more about allegations in the Amish community that often go unpunished because of their isolated nature.
That creates a perfect environment, a perfect situation for abuse to flourish.
Coming up, we'll hear more from a former member of the Amish community and the issue of abuse.
And Hattie says we could see a chance for more snow later in the week. She'll tell us when we can expect those flurries to fly. Next on News 3 Now this morning.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Don Miller.
I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
If something's important to you, wouldn't you wanna give those important somethings Culligan water? For Culligan can make water softer and cleaner. Culligan water makes green beans green beanier. Washers for dishes, washers for clothes, give the Culligan treatment to those.
My fellow Americans, I stand before you today humbled because the President's Day Super Sale is on now at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend. And check out the Doctor's Choice Plush or Firm, only $599.99. Or save up to $200 on select Purple mattresses and accessory bundles. And for the budget-minded, get the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Plus 7 years, no interest financing. The President's Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
For powerful relief from cold and flu symptoms without a prescription, try TheraFlu Multi-Symptom. TheraFlu dissolves in seconds, so it's ready to work before your first sip and absorbs quickly to target and attack 8 cold and flu symptoms fast. Try TheraFlu.
What you see is important to you. How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and eyesight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West End Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
This is the Denny's Super Slam. 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. And now make those pancakes all you can eat for $1. That's where the duper comes in. The all-new Super Duper Slam. Just $6.99. See you at Denny's.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the Hattie-O Patio. It's this time of the year that I start to get a little anxious, waiting for that longer daylight to return to southern Wisconsin. If you're in the same camp as me, well, good news. We are adding about 20 minutes of daylight each week now this time of the year. So through the month of February, we'll add over an hour of daylight. Here's a look at the numbers. You can see that we're adding about an hour and 20 minutes as we go to the first part of March. So some good improvements there as we head towards the longest day of the year. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to see a lot of that sunshine today. We had a nice day yesterday, but clouds have returned to the area. From time to time, some holes develop in the cloud cover, but they have been filling back in pretty rapidly here in southern Wisconsin. So if you do see little breaks, they're not likely to last very long. Now, yesterday we were talking about the potential for some freezing drizzle. That is not occurring, which is great news. I'll look at the WIC-TV sky camera shot. We're able to see a little bit of daylight on the horizon, some cloud cover in the area, but a little bit of a break in the clouds here. Visibility is not an issue this morning. Our temperatures are in the mid-20s, though, so we're still dropping here in Madison. 26 right now, down to 24 in the Dells. It's 28 in Mineral Point and 26 as well in Platteville. So take a look at your wind speeds. That tells the other part of the story today. It's a north wind. It has been diminishing a little bit, but in some spots that wind is still around 15 miles an hour, and that's sending wind chills down into the teens. So you want to bundle up a little bit more today than yesterday. Our wind chill forecast keeps those numbers in the teens through most of the afternoon, so it's still going to feel quite chilly this afternoon. Your future track forecast model really a little aggressive on clearing out the clouds this morning. We have more cloud cover in place, and I think we are going to keep those clouds right into the afternoon. By lunchtime today, temperatures will be in the 20s, upper 20s. We won't climb much warmer than that, upper 20s to around 30 for highs today. By 5 p.m., still a lot of clouds in the area with a light northerly wind, but look for A few breaks in that cloud cover overnight, allowing temperatures to drop back into the lower teens by tomorrow morning. So it is going to be a little colder tomorrow morning. We then turn our attention to some light snow that returns to the area late Wednesday into Thursday. Models still jumping around a little bit on the exact track of the storm system, but over the last 24 hours, they've lifted it a little bit further to the north, increasing confidence that we'll at least see a little bit of light snow on Thursday for southern Wisconsin. Temperatures stay in the 30s then as we head into next week. Now it's time to get a look at those first alert traffic maps. We'll send it over to Stacey K for all the details. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning. We are starting off with no problems on the Beltline so far. Nothing to slow you down in either direction just yet. Checking out other roads here in Dane County, just the usual slowdowns at Stoughton Road and Park Street approaching the Beltline. Volume is not an issue at this time downtown or on East Washington. And other main routes heading into Madison, they are cruising along with no crashes or delays. With your first alert traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey, and thank you, Hattie. We're following breaking news just into the alert center this morning. One person is dead and a police officer wounded after a shooting overnight in Milwaukee. Police there say it started when officers tried to stop a reckless driver around 1 a.m. The car ended up crashing and 3 people ran away, shooting back at the officers who were chasing them. One officer was shot. That officer is conscious and in stable condition this morning. Then about an hour later, police found one of the suspects dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The other 2 suspects were arrested.
One man is facing several charges this morning after officers say he tried to get into a locked car with a woman inside. The woman told Madison police Ricardo Curtis tried to get into the car while she was waiting for her boyfriend to make a delivery. She says Curtis walked past the running car multiple times and tried to open the driver's side door. Several officers had to restrain Curtis during his arrest. One hurt his knee in the process.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Family, friends, and community members are remembering 17-year-old Elvin Cole this week. He's the teen who was shot and killed by Wauwatosa police over the weekend in the parking lot of a shopping center. Mall security reported a disturbance involving around 10 people inside the mall on Sunday, and witnesses say one of them had a gun. Officers chased the suspects through the parking lot, firing off a round that hit Cole. He died later at the hospital. Last night, a crowd lit candles, shared stories, and sang songs, all while demanding transparency into the investigation on that shooting.
An ex-Amish woman is fighting to bring awareness about a dark secret she says is happening in that community. Tora Bontrager says her uncle Enos Bontrager first inappropriately touched her when she was around 5 years old. She said nothing ever came of her case because of a statute of limitations, but he just was found guilty by a no contest plea to numerous counts of sexual assault in Columbia County Court, which another victim brought to the judicial system. Bontrager says there are many victims of sexual abuse in the Amish community, but it's so difficult to help them.
Because of the isolation and the separation from the outside world, that creates a perfect environment, a perfect situation for abuse to flourish. And the Amish also have this sort of agreement with law enforcement, with the outside, that we take care of our own problems.
She also explained that if a woman in the Amish community goes to a bishop and accuses a man of sexual assault, the bishop will decide who is at fault, ban that person from the church for a few weeks, and then welcome them back as long as they prove they are worthy to God, and the victim often has to apologize for tempting him.
6:18 on your Tuesday. Still ahead on News 3 Now this morning. We're taking a look at an argument at the state capitol on who to honor this Black History Month.
But first, we've been walking on sunshine these past few days, and the clouds are moving back in as you head off to school or work today. Your bus stop forecast is right after this.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Disney on Ice invites you to dream big. Join Moana on her journey to believe in herself. Be inspired by Miguel's passion. Rediscover the power of love with Anna and Elsa and see how anything is possible when you explore your world. Disney on Ice presents Dream Big. Tickets start at $15. Playing at Alliant Energy Center this Thursday through Sunday. For tickets and show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
The windows on our homes. We probably don't give them much thought. They're just there, doing what windows do. It's true, they add character and personality. They connect the inside to the outside, and the other way around. But they're also there to do much more. They're there to frame a smile. They provide the perfect light for the perfect moment. They help protect us and the ones we love.
It's perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum? Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
When being sick isn't as bad as not knowing why you're sick.
When questions lead to confusion.
And angst and anxiety. When it feels like there's a tiger chasing you into the darkness.
And all you want is a little light.
A little hope.
This is when you need the best of the best. Doctors who don't just perform cutting-edge procedures and treatments. Doctors who invent them. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving. So you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
6:22, waking up to yet another cloudy morning this winter, huh?
Yeah, we had a lot of clouds, it seems, lately. Sunshine yesterday. Unfortunately, we won't have as much of that sun today. Our forecast is starting off with temperatures in the 20s. The Dells down a degree to 23. We're at 26 here in Madison. Janesville's one of the warmer spots with 30 degrees. Now, look at wind chill, though. That tells you it's a little bit colder when you consider what it feels like outside. Wind chills in the teens this morning, really holding pretty steady throughout the day, maybe cracking the low 20s for a short time this afternoon, but you get the idea. It's going to be a chilly day. So make sure the kids have all the layers today. No precipitation in the forecast, just a lot of clouds. High temperatures will be back to around 29, just a couple degrees warmer than we are right now. Have a wonderful Tuesday.
Chatty. For the third straight year, state leaders are split on who they should honor for Black History Month. Republican Scott Allen of Waukesha pushed to honor white abolitionists this month, as well as 4 former slaves. Black lawmakers say they weren't consulted about the resolution and countered with their own to honor 14 prominent African Americans. The state's first Black lieutenant governor, Mandela Barnes, was among those at the Capitol this week, honoring the contributions of Black leadership in Wisconsin.
It's with the spirit of those before us all that we all should be motivated to continue to work as organizers, as legislators, to serve in any capacity, in any office. We know no limits because of the people who were before us, who faced way more adversity than we faced. And while we've come so far, being better than we were yesterday is not good enough for tomorrow.
Last year, the GOP rejected an attempt to include Wisconsin-born Colin Kaepernick in a resolution.
The Madison School District is officially welcoming Dr. Matthew Gutierrez to his new position after the Board of Education approved the new superintendent's 2-year contract. One of the things they'll have to consider is the district's behavior education plan. It steers away from a punishment-based approach, focusing on reducing racial disparities with a, quote, more progressive approach to discipline. As we've reported earlier in the school year, some educators tell us it is not working. The Board of Education heard from administrative staff on how they're implementing suggested changes to the plan, including mental health supports and restorative justice practices.
I think that we have to find
other ways of responding to incidents involving our kids in schools, such as BB guns, very dangerous situations, right, that we have to take seriously. But how do we ensure that our children and our students are getting support?
Main goals of the behavior education plan include making students feel a sense of safety and belonging. Specifics on this school year's behavior education plan, which is different for elementary, middle, and high school students, can be found online, and we've put a link to that up on channel3000.com.
All right, 6:25 now. We are starting out our next half hour with an update on the coronavirus and how travel restrictions might impact your student at college.
And while we wait for the delayed results of the Iowa caucuses, we're taking a look at what goes on during the actual caucus itself. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
Big news, America. It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Save up to $200 on select Purple mattresses and accessories. Or get the Summit Queen, only $189.99, plus 7 years, no interest. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County stabilizes neighborhoods through home ownership and repairs. With permanent, safe, and affordable housing, families can devote more resources to healthcare, parenting, education, and beyond. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Get more help with your laundry at the Laundry Cleanup Sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. Maine means more with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, so you'll be 100% confident with your purchase. That's why we're the More Store. It's the Laundry Cleanup Sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, buy 2019 Toyota Corollas for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
So come in today and get your 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
Celebrate 45 years of music with Sweet Honey in the Rock. This internationally renowned female vocal quartet remains the preeminent musical collective rooted in African-American history and culture. Sweet Honey in the Rock, Saturday, February 29th. Tickets at overture.org.
Here's the America I know, a country that puts working together ahead of standing apart, where we find common ground to expand health care and build a stronger, fairer economy and save our planet. I'm a problem solver. I build teams. I nurture good ideas. I hold myself accountable for results. It's how I led a complex, diverse city, and it's how I'll unite and lead this country.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Start your next project at Menards and save today with 11% off everything. Stop into Menards Plumbing Department and give your bathroom the update it deserves with Mansfield. Right now, save on this Denali tall, elongated toilet. It comes complete with everything you need and is the best performing toilet that Mansfield has to offer. Pick it up today for just $203.81 after 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Big news, America. It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Save up to $200 on select Purple mattresses and accessories. Or get the Summit Queen, only $189.99, plus 7 years, no interest. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 4th. I'm Josh Sprider.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. You are taking a live look at downtown Des Moines, Iowa, where there are currently no results in that state's 2020 caucus.
The Democratic Party of Iowa is blaming the chaos on inconsistencies in reporting. Our Amy Reed continues our coverage from the Hawkeye State.
Caucus goers at our downtown Des Moines precinct chose Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, and Bernie Sanders. But those not casting a ballot still got a front row seat.
3, 4.
Iowans clumped together and waited to sound off their support. The whole process took more than 2 hours, and about an hour in,
we're just going to count and we're going to keep counting.
The precinct we were at announced they would have to start over. They were able to complete the totals, and people from around the world watched. Some were in town all week to meet the candidates.
You don't get to see your senator or your congresswoman talk for 45 minutes any other time. So you get here and you get to hear them talk and see what they're really like and see if they're driven.
This is round one of many as states across the country get ready for their primaries or caucuses. Even campaigns that don't come out on top still have events all over the country and are gearing up for New Hampshire. With Wisconsin's primary so late in the primary season in April, we'll be watching to see who can make the long haul. Reporting in Des Moines, Iowa, Amy Reed, News 3 Now this morning.
Thank you, Amy. The Iowa Democratic Party says they do expect to announce official caucus results later today.
To our other top story this morning, there are now more than 20,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus across more than 24 countries this morning. 11 of those cases are here in the U.S. Travel restrictions are now being enforced. Foreign nationals who have traveled to China in the last 2 weeks and aren't immediate family members of U.S. citizens or permanent residents are being temporarily banned from entering the country. American citizens returning from China are being rerouted and confined to 11 U.S. airports. Passengers who were in the Chinese province of Wuhan, where the outbreak began, will be under mandatory quarantine for 2 weeks.
The Wisconsin mom and kids who have been stuck in Wuhan during this coronavirus outbreak will be returning to the U.S. today, but they won't be able to go immediately home to Neenah. They'll be held at one of those 11 airports we mentioned and will be monitored for up to 2 weeks. Samuel Roth's family missed the first U.S. evacuation plane last week. He says it's been difficult not having his family safe at home.
My anxiety kind of ends as soon as they get on the airplane. They're really bored. They've been inside the apartment now for almost 2 weeks.
Even with the coronavirus looming in China, Roth says it won't stop him and his family from going back to visit one day.
Here in southern Wisconsin, UW Health is expanding its travel history questions in response to the outbreak. They say based off recommendations from the CDC, patients coming to UW Health emergency departments and urgent care clinics will be asked about any recent travel to China. Initially, patients were only asked about recent travel to Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak.
New travel rules meant to curb the spread of that virus could be impacting study abroad and international students at UW-Madison.
Our Keely Arthur is live on campus with that part of the story. Hi, Keely.
Good morning, Leah and Josh. We are live in front of the Red Gym, which houses the UW Study Abroad offices and the international student offices. Now, China has accused the U.S. of spreading fear about the coronavirus, but with 11 confirmed cases here in this country and more than 400 deaths worldwide, precautions are being taken here at the UW and across the U.S. As we've reported, Delta, United, American Airlines have all temporarily suspended U.S. flights to China. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport is screening passengers on flights from China for coronavirus. Passengers arriving on a flight from Shanghai this past Sunday said some travelers were stopped at the gate. UW officials say there's not an increased risk of coronavirus here. However, they do acknowledge the fact that there could be issues for foreign UW students due to this travel ban who were in China when the virus began to spread. They are advising students from China right now, saying, quote, U.S. international students whose re-entry is restricted should contact International Student Services immediately to discuss their immigration status. As for UW abroad students from the U.S. who could be in China, officials say none of those students are actually in China right now, despite there being 11 separate study abroad programs based either in Beijing or Shanghai. None in Wuhan, though, which is considered ground zero for coronavirus. Josh and Leah.
All right, Keely Arthur live on campus this morning. Keely, thank you.
Thanks, Keely. Non-resident and graduate students on some UW campuses might see their tuition go up. A Regent committee will vote on Thursday on whether to raise rates by up to 25% starting this fall. If that increase is approved, it will go to the full board on Friday. Resident undergraduate tuition has been frozen since 2013, but that restriction does not apply for out-of-state or graduate students. This increase would only apply to students, by the way, at Milwaukee, Oshkosh, Platteville, River Falls, Stevens Point, and Whitewater campuses.
All right, 6:34 right now. Hattie's here with your out-the-door weather and traffic update. Hi, Hattie.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. Take a live look behind me. Here's our sky camera shot from the station. A few holes in the cloud cover early today, so nice to see a little bit of that light on the horizon. Sun officially comes up still after 7 o'clock. It is 26 here in Madison, 23 in the Dells, still 30 in Janesville. Not terribly cold, but when you factor in a north wind, it does bump those wind chills down a bit. It feels like it's in the teens in many spots this morning. So as you head out the door, remember it's February. It'll feel like it today. That north wind will stick with us all day, and high temperatures will only be a couple degrees warmer than we are right now. Let's take a look at your traffic maps early today. There is one lane blocked on I-39 southbound. This has been the case for the last several hours due to a semi-fire. This is at Highway 60. No delays in that area, but be aware of that situation. Here in Madison, people getting a slow start this morning. Still looking pretty good with no major issues on the Beltline. Does look like volume is increasing just a little bit inbound on Park Street. Otherwise, your drive times here into the city are still looking normal for this time of the morning. In just a few minutes, we will take a look ahead at the rest of the week's forecast that does involve some snow for parts of southern Wisconsin.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
6:35 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, we're talking about what's next for radio host Rush Limbaugh after yesterday's shocking announcement.
But first, we're looking at the impact the Super Bowl commercial is having on the UW as donations are pouring in. Stay with us. This is News 3 Now this morning.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
April 18th is National Piñata Day, but you don't need to put on a blindfold and hit a papier-mâché unicorn to get stuff you want. Just become an AARP member. Your AARP membership comes with access to more of what you want, like learning about the latest tech, health tips, nights out at local restaurants, help planning your getaways, and more. So take off the blindfold and join today, because, you know, it's easier without the blindfold. There's lots of stuff in there, and today could be your day to explore it. Learn more at aarp.org/more.
I have been working out at the Princeton Club for 30 years. My mom, myself, and my daughter, it's been 80 years.
The fitness part stems back to even my mom, and I worked out with her.
We get to do things that a lot of people, generational, can't do. I get to play, pickleball with my mom, or I'm hiking with my daughter and the grandkids. Princeton Club is a part of my life. It would be the one thing I could not give up.
When you try the new Tempur-Pedic Breeze, you'll feel how it helps you sleep cooler. So no more nocturnal baking or polar ice cap air conditioner mode. Because the Tempur-Pedic Breeze transfers heat away from your body, so you sleep cool all night long. Experience the superior cooling comfort of the Tempur-Pedic Breeze today.
For a limited time, shop Tempur-Pedic at Denver Mattress and save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. Are you taking CBD for pain? Did you know that CBD does not work the same for everyone? Results vary depending on dosage, brand, and each individual body. At The Healthy Place, we carry more than just CBD. While CBD has helped thousands of our customers, there are many herbs that have successfully treated chronic pain. Kiramin is one of our top sellers and most powerful natural blends on the market. Kiramin reduces inflammation and your pain. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now First Alert Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life.
The UW-Madison School of Veterinary Medicine is receiving a lot of attention this morning after a Super Bowl commercial shared the story of a golden retriever named Scout's cancer diagnosis and treatment. The UW says they've heard from people all over the world. Companies, including Petco and State Farm, made large donations to the school. One of Scout's doctors says that these donations will make a difference in the underfunded and understaffed community of pet cancer research. Those donations are still rolling in this morning. UW has not announced how much has been raised so far.
Little happy news this morning, love it. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Lombardi Trophy are back home in Missouri this morning, just in time for celebrations to continue there. The team's victory parade is happening tomorrow. Kansas City schools are even closing as more than 1 million people will welcome home their Super Bowl champs.
That won't be the first parade on the victory lap for Super Bowl MVP and Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes fulfilled a lifelong dream Sunday night when he got to say those 5 magic words, "I'm going to Disney World." Mahomes was joined by Mickey Mouse in a parade throughout the Central Florida park. Back in 2013, the quarterback actually tweeted about how amazing it must feel to say the phrase after winning the Super Bowl.
Dreams do come true.
Yes, they do. All right, to your My Morning picture on this Tuesday. Take a look at this one. Mark is sharing a nice white photo. Looks like maybe a backyard right there.
Boy, this has to be up north a bit. Look at how many inches of snow are on those patio chairs there.
Yes, yeah, I've seen a lot more snow up north just with driving up there. But even around here, we still got a lot of snowpack.
Quite beautiful. Love the trees there.
Thanks for sharing, Mark. If you've got a morning picture that you'd like to share with us, please put it over up on our Facebook page. All right, 6:40 is your time right now, and after a couple days of sunshine, we are heading back under the clouds today. Hattie's also tracking our next chance for some snow coming up in her forecast.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's a new day and a new year. Shout it out loud, sing with the crowd. Celebrate 'cause good things are coming. New opportunities are at the door. Yeah, it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year. Hey, hey, hey.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
So my son says to me, "Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet?" And I say, "Yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred." And he says, "Senior Preferred?" And I say, "Yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need." And he says, "That's nice. So how is Dad doing?" And I say, "Your father is fine." My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
Let's go!
Happy New Year! It's 2020. Make a plan, an unlimited plan. At US Cellular, our unlimited plans start at just $30. $30 for all you can post, stream, and share on our super strong, super fast network. And you don't even need to buy a new phone. Bring your own phone and you'll get $300 back. Now get unlimited data for just $30 a month. It's the unlimited plan of your future. US Cellular. Choose fair.
Auto show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, Fusion, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept. Now get 0 for 72 financing on a Ford F-150 or lease one for just $239 a month during Auto Show time at your local Ford dealer.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
.43 on a Tuesday morning. Live look at the Capitol. A few broken clouds out there, but those clouds are going to be moving in.
I know, unfortunately, the clouds are back. We had a couple-day break from the cloud cover. Nice to see a few holes in that shot from the Edgewater behind me, but mostly cloudy skies are likely going to be the rule. Take a look at weather track, and you'll see quite a few clouds across southern Wisconsin. From time to time, holes develop here and there, but they quickly fill back in. So look for plenty of clouds in the area today. Temperatures are in the 20s. We've been slowly dropping. 26 here in Madison, 23 in the Dells. Janesville still holds at 30. But the rest of southwestern Wisconsin starting in the 20s this morning. Not a bad day today, but it definitely is going to be a little chilly. Our wind chill forecast by the lunch hour, wind chills still in the teens to around 20 degrees. As we head through the afternoon, we're not likely to see much improvement from there. It'll still feel chilly later on today with wind chills in the teens as you head home from work. It is going to be a little colder then overnight tonight. Weather track across the upper Midwest shows you a stationary front just to the south of Wisconsin. That means we're on the cold side of things, so relatively quiet and just cool. The warm air and all that moisture confined to areas south of that front. Now, there will be waves of low pressure that ride along the front over the next couple of days, and we'll see a chance for precipitation to increase late on Wednesday. In fact, let's take a look at the forecast models and the winter weather bulletins that are in effect for that storm. Pretty widespread winter weather advisories across Kansas into Missouri this morning. No advisories for us here in southern Wisconsin, but this storm system will slowly work its way into the area. Take a look at your future track forecast model. We're starting things on Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. Snow still off to the south and west. If we advance the map through the day on Wednesday and stop it a little later on in the afternoon at 5, still just cloudy skies here with all that precipitation to the south. So what that means is that you should be able to get to and from work okay tomorrow. Snow spreads northward then through the evening hours, and then through the day on Thursday, we're likely to see some light snow showers or flurries. Now, there will be a cutoff on the northwestern side of the storm system, so more snow in the southeastern corner of the state, probably just some flurries as you head up to the Dells. But this storm system will pull on out. We'll continue to watch the track carefully over the next 48 hours. You may remember yesterday, the forecast snow models predicting 0 snow here for southern Wisconsin. They've lifted that snow band a little bit further to the north, now bringing some accumulating snow into the southern part of the state. So if you have travel interests late Wednesday into Thursday, keep a close eye on that forecast. Here's a look at that extended forecast. Temperatures won't be too terrible. We'll stay in the 30s through the rest of the week. Again, those snow chances Wednesday night into Thursday. Friday time frame, we're looking at just a few flurries. And then for the weekend, partly sunny skies on Saturday, which is great news. Temperatures will stay in the 30s even as we head into next week. Here's someone that loves the snow, I think. Summit in Lancaster. Kind of camouflage there.
I was going to say, blends right in.
Summit white.
Yeah.
Oh.
He needs maybe a jacket so that he's visible.
Yes, he does. Thank you, Addie.
You're welcome.
The Morning Sprint is up next on News 3 Now this morning.
He's thinking recliner, you're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items and sale items marked down even more. This sofa for just $398. This bed just $298 with base. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $394. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? And most items can be in your home in a week. Plus pay no interest for 4 years. The President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
When their cry is a different kind of cry.
When you know they're sick, but are afraid to know how sick they really are.
That's when you want answers. When you need answers.
Because when it's your child,
your baby,
it's different.
This is where you'll find doctors unlike any other doctors, where we treat the untreatable and conquer the seemingly unconquerable. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
It seems like with life, there's never a dull moment, but there's rarely a down moment either. And when it comes to sleep, we don't always get the best rest. We're lucky to find time to shop for groceries, let alone the perfect mattress. Fortunately, there's the Aspen Collection. Find the cozy comfort, quality, and affordability of Denver mattress all packed in a convenient box. It's the comfort and support for the busiest of lives. Available in-store or online. And sleep well, knowing that for every mattress purchased, we'll plant a tree. Exclusively at Denver Mattress.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Join by February 14th and get the month free.
Tired of the cold? Then warm up with winter cocktails, spirits, food, and live music at Madison Magazine's Top Shelf Winter Taste. It's March 9th from 6 to 9 at the beautiful Edgewater Hotel. Tickets now available at MadisonMagazineExperience.com. Pick up a copy of Madison Magazine and have the city at your fingertips. Dining, entertainment, where to go, and what to see. Original reporting, local business, and politics. Pick up the latest issue on newsstands now.
This election season, politicians are targeting Wisconsin, making promises and claims to capture your vote. But you deserve the truth. Only Reality Check gives you the tools you need to make informed choices. I'm News 3 Now political reporter Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Ganser has the answer.
6:50, time for the morning sprint with all the news you need to know as you head out the door.
We start with breaking news overnight. One person is dead and a police officer is wounded after a shooting in Milwaukee. Police there say it started when officers tried to stop a reckless driver around 1 this morning. The car ended up crashing and 3 people tried to run away, shooting back at the officers who were chasing them. 1 officer was shot. That officer is conscious and in stable condition this morning. About an hour later, police found one of the suspects dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The other 2 suspects were arrested.
There is currently no clear winner in Iowa's caucuses this morning. The Democratic Party of Iowa says results are delayed due to quality checks and inconsistencies in some reporting. The party says the issues are not the result of a hack or intrusion. Officials do expect to release the results at some point today.
It ended up with more people than there were actual people there. Well, that doesn't work.
Officials think the delay could be caused by an app that was used to record results. It counts the popular vote from a first round of voting and then an updated tally once caucus goers give their final verdicts, and figures for pledged delegates that each candidate eventually wins. Some records keep noticed issues with how data was being recorded on the app, and in some cases, its failure to update.
Candidates are just as confused as the public by the lack of results. Joe Biden's campaign released a letter asking the Democratic Party for a full explanation of what went wrong and what measures they have in place to maintain the integrity of the caucus.
Because by all indications, we are going on to New Hampshire victorious.
Pete Buttigieg, however, is claiming a victory this morning even without the official results. When he addressed his supporters in Des Moines, he said they've proved the skeptics wrong. He'll be on CBS this morning at the top of the hour to explain his reaction.
President Trump is tweeting this morning that the Democratic caucus is, quote, an unmitigated disaster. The president's campaign manager, Brad Parscale, slammed the Democrats for the delayed results overnight, saying in a statement that they're stewing in a caucus mess of their own creation with the sloppiest train wreck in history. President Trump won the Republican caucuses, a largely symbolic vote since he wasn't facing any significant opposition.
We're starting with quite a few clouds still lingering here across southern Wisconsin this morning. The view in Platteville from our Queen Bee Radio sky camera. It's 26 degrees in Platteville, 26 as well here in Madison. Most spots are in the 20s. Wind chills, though, are in the teens this morning and will likely remain fairly steady through the day. We're looking at wind chills just approaching 20 later on this afternoon.
Hattie, thank you. President Trump is preparing to deliver his 4th State of the Union address tonight in the middle of the uncertainty in Iowa and as an impeachment trial. The Associated Press reports President Trump's overall approval rating is consistently below 50%. Despite those numbers, Americans have largely positive views of both the economy and how the president is handling it. CBS will have coverage of the president's speech starting at 8 tonight.
The president's impeachment trial, meanwhile, is nearing its end today. All 100 senators will get 10 minutes to explain their decision on whether to convict President Trump on the 2 counts against him. 67 senators would be needed to convict the president and remove him from office. A final vote on acquittal is set for tomorrow.
I have been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer.
Rush Limbaugh, one of America's leading conservative voices for the past several decades, shocked his listeners with that message about his health. Professionally, he is known as a champion of conservative causes. Limbaugh says he will be off the airwaves for the next few days as his doctors figure out his treatment.
An ex-Amish woman here in Wisconsin is fighting to bring awareness about sexual assault in that community. Tora Bontrager says her uncle, Enos Bontrager, assaulted her, but nothing ever came of the case. She says there are many victims of sexual abuse in the Amish community, but it's difficult to help them due to the culture of that community.
Classes are canceled today at a Texas university after a deadly shooting. 2 women were killed and a 2-year-old was hurt at Texas A&M's campus yesterday. Officers found the bodies inside the co-ed freshman residence hall. Police haven't released a motive in the shooting and haven't said whether they're looking for a suspect. The toddler is in stable condition right now.
Now, the travel bans meant to curb the spread of the coronavirus could impact UW study abroad students and international students here at University of Wisconsin-Madison. Despite there being 11 study abroad programs in China, no study abroad students are in China right now. None of those programs, though, are based in Wuhan, where the coronavirus is believed to have originated. As for the international students who may be stuck in China, so students not from the U.S., the UW is asking those students to contact university officials to discuss their student and immigration status. Leah?
Thank you, Keely. Non-resident and graduate students on some UW campuses might see their tuition go up. A Regent committee will vote on Thursday on whether to raise those rates up to 25% starting this fall. If that increase is approved, it will go to the full board on Friday. This increase would only apply to students at Milwaukee, Oshkosh, Platteville, River Falls, Stevens Point, and Whitewater campuses.
ACT scores continue to decline for the 6th straight year in Wisconsin. Right now, the state's composite score is 19.6 compared to last year's 19.8. In the 2014-15 school year, that score was 20. ACT scores are one of the deciding factors in college admittance. For UW-Madison, an ACT score in the range of 27 to 32 is recommended.
Madison City Council will discuss the future of an Eastside nightclub at their meeting tonight. The owners of Silk Exotic want to buy Visions on East Washington Avenue and rebrand it as Silk Exotic Madison East. The city's Alcohol License Review Committee recommended denying them a liquor license last month, citing concerns over the safety of that neighborhood. Visions is currently closed.
Madison transportation staff are recommending bus rapid transit routes for the west side and downtown. Madison.com reports the route proposal includes State Street and the Capitol Square. It requires rerouting some regular city buses onto Broome and Bassett Streets and West Wash to reduce the congestion on State. The city hopes to implement the service by 2024 to reduce traffic.
Speaking of traffic, it is 6:56 now. Stacey K is keeping an eye on what's going out on the roads on this Tuesday. How's it looking, Stacey?
Not bad, but it is picking up now on the westbound side of the Beltline, especially between Stoughton Road and Monona Drive. Inbound John Nolan starting to increase in volume at the Rimrock and North Shore Drive intersections going downtown, picking up on East Washington now at the First Street intersection. And other main routes heading into the city, they are cruising along with no crashes or delays. With your First Alert Traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey. Here's a live look from the Edgewater Skycam looking at the Capitol this morning. We have a little bit of sunshine early today, which is nice to see. Your day planner temperatures take you from the mid-20s this morning only into the upper 20s this afternoon. Look for quite a few clouds to linger through the day. No precipitation, though, in our forecast today. We do have some light snow that we expect to move in late Wednesday into Thursday. Some light snow accumulation will be possible through the day on Thursday. Overall, though, temperatures will stay in the 30s as we head into the upcoming weekend.
All right. Thank you, Hattie.
And thank you for joining us. Go make it a great day, everyone. And, of course, we'll see you back here tomorrow starting at 4:30.